going on, guys? Joel here, the friendly plumber. What an amazing response to our last video. I can't quite believe it, but it's all sort of kicked off. So really, from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys so much for your support. It means so much to us. Just cleared 700 subscribers. Let's keep going. Let's keep going and keep getting there. Today is my birthday, believe it or not. And here I am editing video, trying to get it out. So again, apologies, there was nothing last week, but it's just crazy. Any of you guys who know me personally will know I've got quite a lot going on at the moment. But I'm still trying to get this content out. Hope you guys enjoy this one. If you guys have ideas for things you'd like me to do or like to see me do, let me know and I'll see if I can make it happen. Really keen for people to be involved in this channel and, you know, work with me on it. And again, massive thank you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and I'll catch you in the next one. Morning, guys, how are we doing? Today, I'm a little bit all over the place this week. It's a little bit bits and bobs. I've just had a 2-day install cancel on me, so well, rather rearranged. So we're sort of just filling the diary with little bits and bobs and stuff that I've got on the back burner that need to get done. And you know, when you've got time, jump in and get it done. So turn the camera around and show you where we are. So this is a little install that we did a little while ago. Quite a nice little install actually in the end. But one of the things I noticed when I was here, we didn't change this, is this little number. And I don't know if you'll see, but can you see how the fitting is actually just slightly twisted like that? So we're going to basically cut out this section. So that's our job for today, cut out this leaking fitting. It's just weeping, but needs to be changed. So let's get on it. Right, so I've just sweated that elbow off, the one that was leaking, and look at that. It was only just in the fitting. So the rest of this pipework is all good. So I'm just thinking in my head whether I offer it back up, clean it all back up, offer it back up, and maybe just resolder the elbow. So we'll have a go at that, see how we get on. Okay, pretty simple one in the end. In the end, all I've done is actually effectively take this elbow off, clean it up, put it back together again with a fresh elbow and solder it up, and it's all good to go, all nice and dry. So in the end, yeah, pretty simple one. So this is a site where there's offices and domestic dwellings above, and then down here is like a little garage. So it's big old system, huge system to drain down. I don't really want to drain down the whole system, waste all the inhibitor and everything else just to fix a tiny little leak like this. So what I've done is relied on the zone valve staying shut and then closed it from the balancing valve. So when I've closed that balancing valve, I've remembered how many turns so that I can open it to the same point so I know it's still balanced. And then effectively just use my wet vac to take out the coil. So I've pulled out next to no water at all. And I'm done in, what, 10 minutes? Rather than an hour draining and then 2 hours filling or whatever it will be. Every now and again you get these. That's held and that's shut off. So it was a doddle. Don't always work like that. So don't, you know, the last thing I would do is take this pipe off and then walk away and go and get parts, because if for whatever reason either the sync remote fails or someone turns the hot water on or whatever it might be, suddenly that opens, you're gonna get very wet. So the only other thing that I did do is when I installed these boilers, I fitted an isolation on the central heating fill. So I did shut that off just to cover myself, because if it did go, at least I've only got a finite amount of water, right? I'm not just constantly effectively flooding the space. So that's all good. It's all getting nice and hot. Happy days. On to the next one. Morning all. Today we are changing this for a 30 kilowatt 2000, I believe. I'll find out when I take it out of the box. So we are in a cupboard. So first thing we're going to do, strip the cupboard down, give ourselves a bit of space. Get the old boiler off, and then we'll work out the piping. I've got to somehow, in this cupboard somewhere, fit a filter. So we'll see how we get on. Update time. So originally all the pipes came down up there, and it was just gonna look awful with it all bent around the flue, and it was just gonna be in the way, and it was just, there was no clean way of getting the filter in. Just a bad idea. So this is a bungalow. So what I've done is just taken 4, so everything but the flow I've taken straight up into the loft, and then I'll reconnect it up there. I've got really good access actually, which is good. And then I've left the flow running down the corner, so it'll be behind the flue and then in, because I don't want everything coming all the way across the boiler. So the best I can do with what I've got. Getting the old flue out was fun. They'd put the socket into the wall and then basically mortared or fillered it in. So the actual like ridge of the socket was buried in the wall. Seems good. Other than that, we've put a, just about see it there, we've put a cow mag on the cold main, and we've put a Green Star micro filter up there. So next job to do, I need to connect up the gas up in the loft because the lady wants to make some lunch. So I'll do that then. Okay, so up here, so there is where they all used to drop, and here are my nice new ones coming through, and this is our gas pipe. So I'm just going to elbow that in, and then I can test that and put the gas back on for the lady. And then connecting this up is pretty easy because it's all at speed fit. So soldering in lofts is always a laugh, isn't it? Right, gas is in. So I just connected it up, so I want coming out. So I can test that now. Put the gas back on for the lady, then come back up and connect up the hot cold flow returns. All right, so gas is there, hot and colds, returns connected back in, and the flow, if you remember, we've extended that one down below. So once we've leak checked here, we'll put all this insulation or the lagging back on, and we are ready to fill. Let's do it. Right, all done and filled. The system's live now. I haven't gone around and bled the radiators yet, that's why it's a little bit high. Electrics are in, I've got to fit the stat. Condense and discharge are done. So the next thing to do is this flue, which is not going to be fun, but hey, we live the dream. Let's get it on. Okay, how I mark and cut my flues. So take a measurement and take a mark on both sides. Yeah. Take your external collar. It's always worth with these, just giving them a little stretch, make it life easier. So you get to your mark. Now the other way you can do this is with a book. If you fold the boiler manual open, wrap it round, if the edges line up, then you know you're square. So just working it around until you're happy that it's square. And then mark it. I tend to mark them all the way around. I just find it's easier. And then I use my recip. And then I don't go all the way through, I just work my way around. That's how I do it. That is just a little bit of, the last thing I cut with this recip saw was a cutting out a flat roof with like 6 layers of felt on it, but that'll be fine. Cool. Right, we're done. All that's left to do is obviously a whopping great big tidy up, put the laying on the loft stuff, and then do my commissioning checks. But you don't want to watch me do commissioning checks, it's the most boring part of the job. So I'm going to leave you at that. If you enjoyed it, please like, please subscribe. Last video did really well and we're flying. So yeah, any feedback, let me know. Anything you think I've done wrong, I'm sure somebody will let me know. Hope you're good, guys. Catch you in the next one.